Dance Adventures. I'm Todd Lyons, and today I just wanted to do another video paying respect to artists that I deeply admire. And the easiest thing in the world is to start with the ones that I chose to include in my book, Chrysogon's Coterie. And today I wanted to look at John Fredericks. But first, I'm just looking at how messy my desktop is. And some of the saucy-looking file names on the desktop here. There's one called eatme.txt, which sounds like it might be really nasty, but then it's actually just a list of foods that I'm trying to remember to put into my diet. So anyway, I do need to get around to cleaning up this desktop. It's not great. Anyway, John Fredericks. It's impossible not to encounter his work because he's been with the project for such a long time, done so many covers, is always 100% willing to throw in his effort to make everyone's work better. And yeah, if you watched his YouTube channel, and you absolutely should, he's just seems like a super guy too. He's a teacher, has a great presentation manner. So the fact that he can do this on top of everything else is kind of amazing. So here's one of the ones that I chose. I've seen these characters elsewhere. I'm sure that they probably all have names and stuff. But as I did with Gabe Fua's work, I just stole things for my own purpose and attached names to them. But the wonderful thing is that there's just so much personality in his work. A lot of them just spoke to me and then told me what I should be doing with them. So let's see if I can get this thing to work correctly. For whatever reason, my keyboard is not advancing and going back. So, Barbarian. I see that there's more than one. Okay, so there's like a light and a dark version. I think I went with the light one. I'm actually not sure. This blacksmith. Okay. So recently on the Basic Fantasy forum, or no, I'm wrong. It was the Facebook group. Someone asked about making a dwarf and magic user. And this actually is a picture that I selected for a character, and goodness knows, I can't remember. What the heck's the name? Maybe I should even have my... Okay, I'm going to open up my book, because a lot of these things, I remember the character that I selected them for, and it just makes sense maybe to go through one by one. There we go. There we go. See if I can make him a little bit bigger here. So this is that's where he got used in the book. And yeah, this is why my mind just got thinking, because I thought of a funny story for a wizard, a dwarf fighter, who formerly was a wizard because he'd lied to a magic user to try to get an apprenticeship. So I'm not going to read this entry, but as you can surmise, I'll just do a quick run through. He lied. He wanted to be a magic user so badly that he found a wizard that was gullible enough to believe that he was a short, ugly human. Convinced this person to allow him to try to teach him, to allow him access to his workshop. And anyway, he ended up exploding the wizard's castle, which created quite a stir, a lot of wrangling between rulers, because the stones of the castle actually got blasted right out of the county and damaged property in an adjoining one. So anyway, there's multiple ways, I guess, to think of the magic use and dwarves. I chose, rather than that they just have no affinity for it whatsoever, they can't do it, that instead, if they do try to do it, just disastrous things will happen. Things explode, things have a catastrophic effect, an absolute opposite negative effect, rather than them just failing to work at all or fizzling away. So anyway, I don't know what it was about seeing this drawing by John that made me think, oh my gosh, I know. This guy with the look on his face with his thumbs, in his straps. Yeah, he's a person reinventing his life because, on a certain level, he's just a bit of a lawyer. I'm sorry. It's a bit of a lawyer and a shyster. Oh my gosh. I think this is another shyster character. I don't have the names, at handy, but I do remember faces, and I remember what I was thinking. And this is a person that's a pretend artist. I'm 100% certain. Look it up if you've got the book right there. She's the one that she steals artwork from artists and then sells as her own artwork. And she'll typically have to steal a bunch of work and then move several towns over into an adjoining county just so that it's not recognized, because people's styles can be distinctive, the way John's is, and are identifiable regionally. So she learned that as she's gone along. But anyway, no disrespect to John at all. But I've made several of his characters into nasty people. In my defense, there are a lot of nasty people in Chrysogon's Coterie. There's some good people, but an awful lot of nasty ones as well. So, and just because it costs so much to do color interior, I've always used the black and white version. But yeah, this is one of the good characters. Yeah. I love his elves. This is why I've selected so many elves to feature in the book, just because he does such a phenomenal job. Yeah. Yeah. Marvelous. And we're getting to another one that I'm... Okay. So this is St. Avril. She's one of the best characters in the book. So I feel somewhat, and John should just feel somewhat vindicated that I'm not just singling out all of his characters that he's drawn for the worst characters in my book. She's regarded as one of the nicest. Avril Warwick. So St. Avril is what she's called by others. Some intend it sincerely as a compliment and others as a pejorative. Helpful, kind, truthful, chaste, creator-fearing, law-abiding. She's so obviously selfless and pure that it grates on the nerves of the morally ambiguous. So there you go. Whether I chose his work for an evil character, oh my God, or a good character, the fact is that he does very evocative stuff, which just inspires me. Yeah. And, oh my gosh. Lane Fairburn, that's where I used him. Dressed in his very finest robes, Lane walks the road alone. He prefers it that way. He's more likely to be attacked. That way, when he lays waste to his opponents, they had it coming. Absolutely no guilt. Not that he's ever been driven by conscience. Yeah. So some of this writing came from just my own head. Some of it was inspired, though, by people that I saw. And I always had the psychotic magic user who just enjoyed going out picking fights in my strange, twisted mind. But yeah, when I saw this guy, the way that he looked, the way that he was dressed, just the intensity on his face, I knew who this was going to be. So, marvelous. This is... Because of the owl on the shoulder, I knew that this was going to be one of the magic users that were familiars. Is it funny that I can't remember like the names of my own, other than picking names that I thought were interesting looking, even if the pronunciation was kind of weird. There we go. I don't know if you want to pronounce as French as in Godebert or Godebert, or just shorten it as Bert. Bert Greaves. It doesn't sound as cool, though. So yeah, because of the owl on his shoulder, I thought he's going to be the guy that he runs a little side business, or maybe his main business is the acquisition and training of familiars. So, and wow, I've even accidentally picked the wrong version. Like, this is very dark. The one that ended up in the book is light. I don't even see that version, so I don't know if this had some post-processing done to it when it was sent. But there's the original color one that he did, which I've seen in his videos, in the previews. Here's another good character. This one, like John, is actually a teacher, an instructor of young minds, teaching them the arts of being a magic user. So yes, read nothing into the fact that even though I'm sure there's no evil been put in any of these particular people, that a lot of them just were well suited to be the worst people in my book. But that's, yeah, it's just it's a testament to his skill as an artist that I was inspired by some of them to make them either really nasty people or really, really nice people. And yeah, so thank you, John. Thank you for I don't know how many hours, over how many years you've spent making all this amazing stuff for people like me, for people that contribute to the project that need to have some pictures to bring their words alive. But I'm very grateful for it. So thank you. So there you go. I'm Todd Lyons. Did you like this? Do you want to see more? I will probably do more anyway. But if you did enjoy it, if you want more features, more glimpses into people's work, and this is just a small smattering of the stuff that John has done, let me know. And by all means, look up his work and visit his YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun. Until next time.